Hey y'all, it's Ali from Little Hill Homestead. Today I don't know if you can hear it. I had to film outside because my husband is in the house using our meat grinder, which is incredibly loud. And we are going to be starting a video for rendering your own beef tallow. We were able to get about 100 pounds. Is that what we got? No, sorry, 25 pounds. My God, that'd be a lot of beef fat. We were able to get 25 pounds of beef fat from a local place called Windy Hill Farms. And the guy's trying to make room for his freezer. I told him, like, I only need like 10 pounds. And he's like, well, if you buy 25, I'll give you a great deal. So we were able to get all of that for, I think it was 18 bucks. Can't beat that, right? Anyways, my husband is in there using our meat grinder. You do not have to do that part. If you don't have a meat grinder, you don't have to have one. And you can just cut your beef fat really, really small and use it in cubes to render down. So I'll insert a little clip, but it's so loud in there, you guys. Anyways, oh, look at our greenhouse. Isn't she so cute? And our hummingbirds are right here going completely bonkers. But I just wanted to let you know that today's video is how to render beef tallow or beef fat into tallow. We're gonna be using this, if we haven't already posted it, we're going to be using it in some soaps and some whipped tallow, body butters, and things like that because it's really, really good for your skin and it's non-cosmogenic. It cannot clog your pores. So people that have super sensitive skin like I do, it's a great way to get some additional moisture in your skin. Plus, it's really good for cooking, y'all. I'm super excited to do some potatoes for you guys using it because it's bomb on those. Anyways, it's the fat people used to use before they got vegetable fat and EVOO and all these crazy things that we use now. It was the original form of fat that people would use for cooking. So stay tuned. Here it comes. Ready? Hey y'all, my husband finished grinding this is 4.5 pounds of beef fat. There we go. Yeah, look at that. So it's better. I don't want to eat it actually. Make it sound like it's good. Yeah, give me the fat.
That's not what's for dinner.
That is not what's for dinner. We're actually making pizza. So tomorrow morning, first thing, I'm putting this in the fridge overnight because I don't want to deal with it tonight. But first thing in the morning when I get up, I'm going to plug our crock pot in outside. Drop this bad boy in and put it on low, and then I will give you check-ins from that point.
I know she's told you in the past, I do have a little bit of a sensitive nose.
Yeah.
So when she does it in the kitchen, then
it's not the best smell
but it's fine when it's
for
done,
all day.
It's just perfect. It's fine.
Yeah. But to smell
while it's cooking,
things like chicken stock or this, or there's certain things that if you're gonna cook all day, oh god, the seafood stock was just. My family, we made seafood stock, and they would not eat anything I made with it because it just reminded them of that smell every single time. So do stock some things outside. That's basically it. So first thing in the morning, I'm going to run an extension cord outside, plug this in outside, away from the doors and windows because it's beautiful outside, and we want to be able to open them tomorrow. So I will give you check-ins after that, though. But that's basically it for today.
Okay.
Thanks. Good morning, y'all. It is quite early in the morning. I just jumped out of bed and I decided better get our tallow going. I just turned to our crock pot. Let me show you on low. I have it going outside, like I said. I just have it going on low, and so far it's done nothing because it's been 30 seconds. Patience, lady, I guess, right? We'll do some check-ins through the day, but I wanted to tell you timestamp. It's just after 7. It's not very early, I know, but it's just after 7. We'll check in. Doesn't that look appetizing? Wouldn't you just want to eat that up? We're at 1.5 hours in, and this is what it's looking like right now, you guys. So there was a little bit of meat stuck to our fat when we started this, so that'll cook out and we'll skim it off and take care of it. But it's doing its thing. We're just gonna let it keep going. All right, it's time for our check-in. It has been 5 hours since we have started our fat. That sounds lovely, doesn't it? So what I've been doing is I've been setting a timer and coming out and stirring it every hour. You just don't want it to get stuck to the bottom at all or burn at all. And so I just come out and give it a little stir. So you don't need to see that every hour. But now that I'm dressed, I figured I would jump on camera because it's better for everybody when I'm actually put together. Not really, who cares? And let me show you where we are and what we're looking for. How about that? Here you go. Okay, so I still have my lid on. Let me take it off and show you what we're at. So here's where we are. So my meat is continuing to cook down in there. It kind of looks like ground beef, to be honest, at the bottom of it. But it's just clear liquid for now. We're getting some floaters, but it's fine. What we are looking for. Okay, I'm gonna spin you back around. I'm gonna make you dizzy this video. What we're looking for is you want the whole top to have clear little bubbles all over the top of it. When it gets to that point, that's how you know it's done. All of the like liquids and stuff are going to be cooked off at that point, and that's when we're going to turn it off and strain it. But right now I have a couple bubbles. I have some bubbles going on the edges, but other than that, it's not ready. So we're just going to keep on letting her go. So I will check in an hour probably. Do you hear my hummingbirds? Can you see them? They're going crazy back here. I love to point them out because they're a joy for us. We sit out here and watch them because they're crazy. Anyways, keep on cooking. All right, I'll be seeing you in an hour. All right, check-in time, you guys. Do you see, can I zoom? Do you see the little bubbles? Did you want to see a full screen of beef fat today? There it is. Do you see how it's forming little bubbles on the top? That is how you know we're getting really, really darn close to having finished tallow. We're at, I should have mathed it. I started at 7, it is 3:45. So there we go. I'm gonna give it a little bit longer, but do you see it? You see it? Yes, that's what you're looking for, y'all. All right, keep it up. Hey, y'all, we're on hour 8 right now, and I wanted to show you what I did. That's all. They're like basically the beef that cooked off of our fat. I strained it out because I'm making a big batch of our homemade dog food right now, and I thought, why am I gonna waste like a pound of beef that I can throw in their dog food and they're gonna love? So I did strain that out. I just used a slotted spoon, and then I'm gonna go make their dog food, and then I'm gonna check back in. We should be really close at that point to being done. We'll see. Look over here, lady. Look over here. I know. I'll work on it. I don't know why. It's fine. It's fine. We'll be back. All right, you guys, do you see that? Do you see the bubbles? Okay, we started this at just after 7 this morning. It is 4:45 and we're there. So all I'm gonna do now is just turn this off. I'm gonna let it cool down for a little bit before I try to handle this because it's just gonna be molten lava. And then I'll bring you back to strain it, but that's what you're looking for right there. Yep, we're there. Hey guys, I lied. I have no patience. I have the patience of a gnat. Do they have patience? I don't know. I have 0 patience. So instead I'm going to be using these. Ready? So I have just an 8-cup measuring cup that's glass, and then I have a fine mesh strainer. You can put cheesecloth in here too. I may run it through a second time to really get it good and clean depending on how much goes through the strainer. But you want to put a strainer in because what you're trying to do is get all the impurities, I'm doing air quotes, like you can see that. You're trying to get all the impurities and the leftover bits of meat and stuff out of your finished tallow. So what we're gonna do is stand on our tippy toes and carefully pour it through. Getting down to the nitty gritty of the beef at the bottom, I'm just gonna leave it in there so we don't get too much. We're gonna lift that up. That out. Okay, and I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I hold it up for you guys. Do you see? There's still some little impurities floating around, so I am gonna run it through a piece of cheesecloth one time to make sure it's really good and clean. So I'm gonna get some cheesecloth and line this. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. All I did was line my strainer with some cheesecloth. I'm gonna run it through our cheesecloth. Just get everything out that you can. Make sure it's really good and clean. I did have another 8-cup measuring cup that I just stuck underneath. I'm just hoping we don't overflow for some odd reason. All right, there's some of those impurities we were trying to get out. Right there at the end. They kind of settle. Now I know some people will wait, they'll pour So basically float this like in water to get rid of the last impurities. I don't think we have found the need to do that, so we just run it through a cheesecloth and it's really good and beautiful. Look at how pretty that is. It's the most beautiful yellow. So for storing purposes, you have a couple options. Some people leave it on the counter. I don't do that. I keep it in the refrigerator. In the refrigerator, it lasts for a month typically, maybe a little bit longer. You just want to watch to make sure it doesn't go rancid. In the freezer, freeze it in a freezer safe container. It lasts indefinitely. So if you freeze a bunch of it, it sure is going to take up a lot less space than storing, you know, all the fat chunks that we have in our freezer right now. So I'll probably end up doing a bunch of batches and freezing it, and then I have all of my tallow that I need. We are going to be using this. It makes bomb potatoes, like I told you guys before. We're doing our skincare series right now, our body care series right now. We're going to be making a honey tallow soap. No, just kidding. We're gonna be making a tallow soap, a whipped honey tallow body butter. So that is what this batch is gonna be for. But all I'm gonna do is pour it in jars. You wanna make sure that you don't do a narrow mouthed jar. The reason for that is it's harder to get out. So you want something that's gonna be easy to get into. All right, so we had just under 4.5 pounds. It was like 4.4 blah, blah, blah pounds of beef fat that we started with. And we ended up with almost 8 cups of tallow. I think that's a pretty good ratio, I think. I'm just gonna go ahead and, like I said, let these cool before I put them in the refrigerator. They're gonna turn the most beautiful white color, and they're good and clean. Like, doesn't it look like honey in a jar or something like that? Anyways, I'm gonna bring you back and show you guys the final result once it cools all the way, and I'll let you see it. Are we excited? I'm more excited to be using it is what I'm more excited for. But I am glad I did it outside. It does have a smell. It is not bad, but it has a smell when you're cooking it. So once it's like to this stage, it's not gonna have a smell once it's done and in your jars. So there's that. Okay, anyways. Stop talking. Go let it harden and everything is good. We'll be back once it's solidified. It might be tomorrow because we're getting kind of late in the day and I gotta cook dinner and stuff. But I'll let you see the final result once we get there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. We're not done. Keep watching. Hey y'all, it is time for us. It's the very end of the day here. It's time for us to go sit our keisters on the couch, pick a movie, and overindulge on some M&Ms because that's our thing we do. But I wanted to show you the final. There's your tallow. This is our beautiful pure white. Look at that. There's our beautiful tallow, you guys. That is it for today. I thank you guys for watching our crazy video, and go make some tallow. And by the way, if you're local, anywhere in the state of Georgia, Windy Hill Family Farms, that's where we got our tallow, and they give me a fantastic price, so go check them out. Thanks, guys.